Hey, it's Suffering Student here, and this is me from the future showcasing what we're going to be creating today. Just a simple program where we have a progress bar where we can add some values and subtract some values, and we're then showcasing up here the value of a progress bar. So enjoy this video. Let's create some progress bar application. So firstly, I have connected my sample of XML to scene builder, where I have created an anchor pane and connected the anchor pane to the controller. So let's first add a progress bar, which is what it's all about. So the progress bar is just very simply a bar that goes between 0 and 1. And as you can see over here, we can put a starting number. So if you want it to be like at 50%, it would be at 0.5. So it's kind of like a percentage bar, but let's just keep it at 0 for now. I will give it an ID. In this case, let's just call it progress bar. I know it's not very creative, but let's just keep that. I will add a button and another button, and I'm just gonna add like a plus to this one and a minus to this one. So it's kind of be like we're gonna be adding and subtracting. Let's do it like that. And we're gonna have the plus, so on mouse clicked, like add points. Oh, and minus one we would do subtract points. Then I will remember to save, and I will go view show sample controller skeleton and copy and paste it into my controller, where I will import the mouse event. And very simply, I would first create like a variable, because what we can do to progress bar, we can either like add a value or remove a value, but the value that can be added, or we can't really add, we can set a value at the progress bar. So we're first going to create like a double, going to call it points, just going to set to 0. And then at point is simply going to have our point value changed and then set as the new progress bar. So we're just going to create like a points plus equals points plus, let's just jump by 0.1, so kind of like 10%. And then we're simply just going to set our progress bar dot set progress to points. And we're kind of going to be doing the opposite when it comes to remove points or subtract points. We're going to subtract them. So let's try running this very simple setup. So now we can plus and we can subtract. And let's actually, so that's like the basic setup, but let's add some extra stuff I thought would be quite nice. Let's have a text field. I'm just gonna call it text. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna get my text field and import text field, JavaFX version. And then whenever we change the text or change the progress, we would also simply have our text be set to the points value. And of course, this is a double, so we're gonna do a double dot to string points. And we're just gonna duplicate. So we could probably clean this up a bit. And let's actually make sure we can actually see the text so it's a bit bigger. That's good. We will save. So now we can plus minus to see the numbers and their proper size, but a problem is we have too many decimals. And we would actually like to just round it up and down, and sometimes it's not very precise, which is a problem regarding how most programming languages actually save decimal numbers. But what we can do is we can use something called math.round, and then we do the points multiplied by 100 as a decimal number, divided by 100 as a decimal number, which kind of seems to do nothing because we're actually multiplying by 100 and dividing by 100, which should do nothing, but it kind of works because, oh, it doesn't kind of work, it actually works because we're kind of just removing the tail. Because when we're doing it like this, we're only forcing it to have 2. So now we get a proper number. There's no error right now, it can actually go infinitely small, infinitely large, but we'll just keep it for now. But this is the basics of the progress bar of how we can add and subtract numbers by simply having like a variable. In this case, it's just a double value where we'll then add whatever value we want and then subtract whatever value we want. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I wish you all a wonderful day.